a man accidentally discovered a QR code on his wife's back. He was instantly filled with suspicion. He couldn't help but take out his phone to scan it. To his surprise, it led to a private group chat. Even more shocking, the group had hundreds of men, with his wife being the only woman and also the group owner. He immediately thought of how his wife and her best friend started a business English school and somehow made an impossible amount of money in just 6 months. Plus, she never allowed him to step foot in the school. This strange behavior made him realize she must be hiding a dark secret. To uncover the truth behind the QR code, the next day he secretly followed his wife and arrived at the entrance of the school, worried about being recognized. He even wore a mask to cover his face. Just as his wife reached the gate, a few students immediately walked up to her. The man couldn't hear what they were saying, but from their expressions and body language, it was clear they weren't just students and a teacher. Even more shocking, a flirty look appeared on his wife's face, something he had never seen before. Then as they walked past him, he overheard part of their conversation and realized these people weren't there to learn English at all. It was more like they came to drink some kind of special tea. Seeing the satisfied expressions on their faces and thinking about what he saw in the group chat, he instantly knew this tea was definitely not what it seemed. To find out what his wife was really doing, he went straight into the school, but after just a few steps, he ran right into his wife. Luckily, she didn't recognize him. She simply told a nearby admissions teacher to take him to an open class. The man was led to a classroom. The admissions teacher said if he liked the trial class, she would help him sign up afterward. She even pulled out a tablet and asked if he wanted a drink. He quickly asked if they had tea, but she immediately shook her head, claiming there was no such thing at the school. This made the man even more suspicious, so he randomly picked another drink. Since the class was incredibly boring, he left the classroom after a short while. As he wandered around the school, he suddenly heard some strange noises coming from a few rooms at the far end. The sounds made him even more certain that something shady was going on behind the scenes. Just as he was about to check it out, the admissions teacher appeared out of nowhere, blocking his way. He casually asked what those rooms were for. The teacher replied seriously that those were private classrooms for members only. Unauthorized people weren't allowed in. The man was now sure the real secret was hidden in those rooms, but to avoid being discovered by his wife, he held back his questions and decided to come back another day. The next night he returned to the school, this time without a mask. He wanted to see with his own eyes what kind of expression his wife would show when she saw him. He quietly walked around the playground and headed toward the private classrooms. As expected, he heard all kinds of indecent noises coming from inside. Unable to accept it, he immediately wanted to confront his wife, but he knew if he rushed in now, he wouldn't find out anything. So he disguised himself again as a potential student and directly requested to book a private class with his wife. But before he could finish, a teacher suddenly interrupted him, saying some students had ordered tea again and someone needed to go serve them. He quickly seized the chance and asked if he could have a cup too. The admissions teacher agreed right away and told him to wait there. Just as he thought he was finally about to uncover the truth, he saw his wife walking toward those private classrooms, so he immediately rushed over, but was stopped by a security guard at the door.